All you need are these 3 bass lines to make any live set work. Whoa, strong statement? I'll show you how that works. That's today's video. You ready? Let's go do it right now. Yo, what's up, I'm Mental Kitchen, and thank you for checking out yet another video. Now, if this is your first time here, don't hesitate to click subscribe and hit that notification bell. Whenever I upload a new video, you'll be kept in the loop and you'll not miss out on anything. Stick around till the end of this video. I will tell you all about the dance carousel. I'll tell you all about Discord and Patreon and our ever-growing community. So stay tuned. So, 3 bass lines. Really? Yes, really. And I found out about it a long time ago, but I mean, I did it, but I didn't know that it was that simple. Well, this is the thing. It's to do with how intimate your relation with your music is really and what you want from the crowd. We tend to just like pin stuff up on the wall and everybody needs to look at it and go like, ah, that's amazing. But in the end of the day, does it serve a specific purpose? What is it that you want from your track? So the one rule is, who are you as an artist? The second rule is, what do you want from your crowd? Once you establish what you are, who you want to be, then the next phase is going to be, what do I want from my crowd when I perform or when I'm out there? You know, these questions are, if you're hobbying, then it's no problem. But, you know, I'm coming from a point where you've noodled around enough and it's about time people understood what it is that you're doing, right? That's what I see with my community. People, even if it's not for a living, they still want to just like get out there and get like recognized. And why learn all these things if you don't get any recognition in the end of the day, right? So, but it boils down to a few things. The one thing that I think can explain everything is how long does the attention span need to be of the crowd? Would you like to extend their listening ability over an X amount of bars, or do you want it to be instant? You know, techno music is an instant kind of vibe. It's like, and to me, the rule is obviously you count to 4. So when you count to 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, everyone does the same thing. That obviously is going to be a faster pace. You might debate that will get boring faster, but at the same time, there are so many tracks that are so simple with one theme and that works, right? The second thing is groove. If you've got not a bass line that's just like looking at other elements in that mix and playing alongside it, that's more the old-fashioned approach, huh? Looking at maybe a band, so the bass player will do what the drums are doing, or the guitarist will just like hit that groove that the drummer is playing, or the bass line and the guitar will do certain things. That interaction between your band members, your digital or analog, whatever, synths is also a very powerful thing, and that's more of a groove-based thing. And then obviously you want to go all musical. You want to just at least show off that you know how to play chords. Then your longer bass line with the long bass notes is where it's at. So it's either instant or groove or melodic. Those, in my mind, are the 3 categories that there are. There obviously are going to be more categories, but if you want to just like master a few things, then I think that those are really the only 3 that you really need. Yeah. And then you can just debate like, how do you want to do it? So the short bass line is the one that you look at note length. It's also a percussive thing because it's constantly playing on a specific mark in the measure, so it needs to not vary a lot, otherwise it doesn't work. The groovy bass line should not be too busy, should not play where other big instruments are playing. So in between notes, see if you can get away with trying to just like find your way around the different elements that are playing, and see if you can get a groove going. It doesn't work if everything is in the same spot, so that's very important for that bass line. And the longer bass line is all to do with how many chords would you like to introduce. 4 chords is obviously what pop music dictates, and there's so many 4-chord hits, 4-chord songs. Look it up. Axis of Awesome did an absolutely amazing video on 4-chord songs, and it turns out most of the songs you're listening to now and then were the same chords, but that's a different discussion. 2 chords will work as well, you know. 2 chords are really cool. 3 chords will work. But in the end of the day, the melodic vibe gives a bit of a different angle. Now, I use all 3 of them in the same live set, but the first thing to do is to reel people in, like I'm fishing. The first bass line is always going to be that sort of like shorter, sort of like attention span thing. And then if I see the people are in the groove and they understand where the sound is coming from, how my frequencies are working, if I get the room and the room gets me and the sound tech gets me and I get the sound tech and we're there and I'm, you know, all my insecurities are gone, then it's time for the second bass line. And then we start in the groove. Then I can lay my groove, which is going to invoke my signature sound, so people will get like where I'm coming from. Okay, yeah, cool, okay. And then once everyone's in the zone and blissed out, you know, that's where I'll play my melodic bass line, if need be. Can imagine you're on a beach, you're on a summer setting, or in a vibey place, or you're performing somewhere where people are not necessarily dancing, then obviously just scraping the paint out of the ceiling with like high frequencies on a DFAM might probably not be your angle to go for. So if you got like a cool vibe, you can do some melodics. That's basically how it is. Are you still talking? Yes, you are. Okay, let's go over to the live set. I promise I'll show it to you in clear to understand manner and fashion, but do let me know in the comment section how you go about it. We're here to learn from each other. Okay, let's go. All right, party people, why does it boil down to only 3 bass lines? It's to do with speed. It's to do with how fast would you like your pattern to interact with the crowd. Now, I've got a bit of a techno thing going, which means there's already a kick drum coming from the 1010 black box here. There is a rave kick that I'm going to just like introduce a little bit later on. Everything gets recorded on the 008 right here. That's the RK008 by Retro Kids. The OB6 is here, the Minitar is here, and you're hearing the DFAM now. So opening it up, it sounds like. Very techno driven. Now, this is already something that is happening. This is helping my groove. It's already doing what it needs to do. I'll explain what's happening later on as we progress. Now, with the 3 bass lines, I'm literally thinking, what is the first one that I would like to introduce if I am going to just like set myself up to just like do a live set? Now, the first thing that I would like to do is get whatever I've already introduced here going. Now, it's to do with counting what is happening on your groove. So within the 1 bar, 1, 2, 3, 4, you hear that the DFAM plays a call and response pattern. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4. So the 1, 2 differ from the 3 and the 4. Now, this is cool because it's not too complicated. People follow what's happening, you know. Let's set the pace here as well, because I see I'm on 140 BPM, by the way, might you ask. I'm going to keep my quarter note and I'm introducing. There you go. So now there's a bit of delay coming from the DD50 sitting over on this side. And what I'm going to do is open up a little bit more of this. Now, the bass line that I have is coming from the subsequent 37. It's a sound that I've already created ahead of time. There are more drums involved, but the easiest and the fastest result you will get with a bass line is going to be that one that plays on the hi-hat, that plays on the 2 and the 4, right? That's the... You know, you shorten the notes even. And the trick with this bass line, it's very simple. You might think like, why are you talking about this? But listen, it's to do with the length. When you play it lazy, you have longer notes. They sound like this. But the trick is to make sure that the bass note is as long as the kick drum is. So you let's record that in. 1, 2, 3, and do it again. 1, 2, 3, even shorter. What you also can debate, what you can do is, let's take it out. You can play those longer notes, but then let the synthesizer take care of the envelope so you know that the sounds are always going to be the same length, right? So then you have to play it a little bit longer, otherwise notes might be too short. Recording it in, like so. So, got it in, and then listening to, when I open up the filter a little bit. See? A little bit shorter, and then this starts to make sense once I introduce the different kick that I have, and there's another theme that is playing that I will filter down. But first, let's introduce a little bit of a fight with neighbors. Play around with the envelopes and go back. 1. Cool, easy peasy. This works because now it's just straightforward and you can just like go in and introduce different things. So taking out a kick, I'm gonna set myself up for my different theme that I have that is going to start playing here as well. Got it sitting. 2, 1, 2, 3, and nice, nice one. One, 2, 3, back in. So you see how this works. Now, this is what I call the hamster wheel bass note. You'll stick in the same groove. There's a few things that you do. Ooh, there's a lot of effect on the sound. Let's take out a little bit of the delay and a little bit of the reverb. Filter it down a bit. Nice one. Right out. So you see how these things work together, right? Now, and then there's a bit of a frequency thing going on. This thing does a bit of a sample and hold kind of vibe, as you can hear. So taking out the kick, taking out this kick right here, taking out the bass line, and then filtering this down. You can hear I've played around with different filter settings, so certain notes are open, certain notes are closed, and then you get rhythm as well. So with the bass note here, kick out, and then we go for kick right. Wow, so yeah, that's bassline number 1. So now we got bassline number 1 going. I will mute bassline number 1 here, and I will go to this different track that I've got right here and say, let's go and say output channel 09, and let's do it with this as well, 09. So I've got 3 channels that correspond with the same synthesizer, which means I can mute it so it's not going to play everything, right? Cool. Now that's set. Cool. Now we'll go to this channel, and we have. Now the next bass line I'd like to talk to you about is the groovy bass line. Now the groovy bass line is something that will accompany this thing that's playing right here. A little bit of a soca kind of backbeat thing. Same thing on the D-Fam. I deliberately just like killed step 1 and step 5. So if I open it up, you'll hear this. But I want that 1 through 1. I want that to be out. So my bass line now. And now you'll hear that the shorter notes are not really working. So we're going to. Let's just record it in. 1, 2, 3. Oh, where are we? Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, there you go. Open it up. So everything on a summery kind of housey, bouncy vibe, right? Does it work with our kick? I think so. Let's try it out. Yeah, so now it gets more of a groove techno kind of vibe, right? Yeah, we're liking that. Kick out. Let's do that stuff with the right in. Filter open. Nice. I'm thinking let's record in another, say, half here, yeah? Put it in, record, and we'll go. Cool, yeah. Vibing. I'm going for kind of a broom kind of vibe. Chip, 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 out and back in. Boom, boom, boom. Need to make sure that my levels are still in order. Okay, this is bassline number 2. You will hear that vibe. And everything is layered, right? So this broom head that I've got sitting right here, playing from the black box, is there. I'm going to take that out. And I'm also going to take the right out. Filtering this down again. Listen to that bass line here. Very nice. Maybe even if that works, let's try it. This works because the preset that I've created is paraphonic, meaning that it plays both oscillators except for that one part where I'm entering in that extra note, so then it plays the 2 oscillators separately from each other, as you can hear. Now the lengths don't correspond, but in this case it's nice. You get a little bit of a kind of vibe, for sake of a better explanation. Yep, so that's that, right? So I'm digging that. Okay, head in. You're gonna kick out, going back in with. Woo. Okay, kick in, right in, and head in, like so. Yeah, I'm liking that. I'm liking that. Yeah. But still, everything is still on that same kind of, root note. Boom. Ah, there's 2 chords involved now. Boom, down, boom, 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 boom. As you can hear, maybe is that possible? I think it is. Go to track 5. Let's say, what is your output? Your output is track 15. No, I want you to be 11. And maybe that was not a good idea because I think something else playing, so I'll put you back on 15. Quick, fast. Go back. Thank you. Ooh, not having that. There's nothing playing on 4, so I can change track 4. Let's change track 4. Put that on 11. Cool, yeah. So now we have. Still, I can play my music coming from the OB6 you can hear here. Shorter notes. Ooh. Let's record it in 1, 2, 3, and bam, 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 bam. Nice one. See, bam, instantly another thing going. Now, again, you build up your own tension, you build up your own anticipation, you just steer yourself in a certain direction. This is the second bass line, the groovy bass line. More to do with note placement, less to do with the notes. Let's switch to the third bass line. Now the third bass line is something that how shall I put it? The third bass line is that melodic vibe that you have, taking out everything right here. Also, now the third bass line is if you want to make melodic techno, for instance, or you want to make anything melodic, you'll change up the whole vibe of where you want to steer the music. And the longevity of the people's attention span is now much longer. And those things that were lead lines before, like for instance, the DFM now has turned into a breakbeat. Let's give it a little bit of white noise and turn it into a drum. Listen to what happens. Play that kick here. Now, this is what you do when you want to space out what people are listening to. And this is where you can introduce a lot more melody. Say, for instance, you start here. Go up. Second chord. Go down. Go up. But I have to keep playing it because my pattern on my 008 is much shorter. So I'm playing this from the top of my head right now. But still, it's cool to have that interaction and the crowd sees that you're actually playing something live if you can. Go back up. Boom. So, introduce this. In my hat again, here. Build tension. Right cymbal in. Ooh, liking this, man. Back out. Ooh. I'm thinking arpeggio now. It's cool, right? You ready for that kick drum? Ooh, I'm liking that, man. And as long as I'm keeping my obi there, I'll speed up those notes. See, that's nice. I think I can fit that in. There you go. Yeah, nice. Let's play that ravey thing that I got. Kick out, ravey. Oh, starts to become interesting now. A little bit louder on the soft, but a little bit less of the filter. I'm on 1.2 kilohertz right now. Because you need to make that frequency window work, right? We've got the... Can you still make out all the sounds? Can you still follow what's going on? Kick in. And when you take the melodic content out again, and you filter down the longer line on the OB6, and filter down this sound, you're left with your DFAM. And you can friendly it up again by taking out the white noise. Take this out and then see, and then you're back to square one, where you can really like look at, okay, what do I want? So, in short, right? Taking this out. Shorter notes, right out. That broom head, let's take that out again. OB out. So, maybe even shorter, the kick. So, our first bass line was this. Next step, longer kick. And the trick here is you add stuff until you don't hear it anymore. That's when you turn filters up. So, you know, first we focus on this. Bass line, very audible. It's still on that same filter. You can even debate to just do it a little bit softer, but then you have to start softer again. So I'll start here. Adding a little bit of reso at this stage tells the crowd we mean business, you know? We're not going to screw around. We're not going to just like, you know, at this pace, 140 BPM, you don't want to be stalling, you know? Bam, bam, bam. kick is there. Yeah, I know the kick is out of tune, but I don't care because it works. So there we go, right? Next step, broom hat, right? Kick out. That hat's very loud. I can debate to just turn it down, probably. In the mix. But yeah, I don't know, you know, this is different from when you're in a club and you figure out what happens. I mean, this kick is that present that I think I can get away with the hat being a little bit more sharp. Cool. Okay, kick out, right in, here we go. And by this time, I almost forgot about the defam, so it needs to just like step into the sunshine a bit more again. Now, I can just like go in and say like, whoa, yeah, let's just smooth it in. But in order for me to just like show off that I've got a defam, let's take out that kick and do that thing that I did. So. Really open it up. Now I've pitched the defam to all of the music except for that distorted kick, obviously. The trick here is to not leave it open like this. A little bit of white noise, and then shorter notes when the kick comes back, like so. If you're still with me on this video, go call your guy. Join the Wide Awake Club because we're getting there. Right, wow. Okay, that's bass line number 1, right? Okay. Right out, kick out, broom head out, bass line number 2. Different approach. This needs to be a little bit more percussive now because this is the starter show at the moment, right? Shorter notes. Oh, nice. You gotta love the paraphonic mode. Cool. First, right cymbal. That acts as an open hat, obviously. I didn't use an open hat, but I wanted to go for that right cymbal. Okay. Broom hat, a little bit more high content because I really would like the kick to have an impact once I'm going to unleash that up on my dance floor, right? Out, 1, 2, 3, in. Now everybody knows, okay, so that's what's happening. Oh man, that defam is my friend. Okay, kick out. Let's go for the OB6. Again, out with a kick, make sure that everybody knows what you're doing. Yep, put a little resonance here on my acid box tree. Kick back in, bam. Nice, you see? So different things do different things. Okay, taking this out, working down, going for bass line number 3 here. Rave sound here. Drum roll. There. And I guess that is how you do it. Is it really that simple? You betcha. It really is that simple. and venture out from this. You know, see this as a ballpark to start from, and once you get your bearings, go for, you know, for a wider scope. Maybe that's how I did it. And yeah, let me know how you get along. Thanks to all the patrons. There's so many, as there's free memberships as well now, so you can just like hop on board. There's a bit of a paywall, but it's not going to break the bank. In that sense, you get into Discord, and that is absolutely amazing. Weekly, we talk shop. Weekly, we talk video. We talk topics. We talk whatever you want to talk about, really. The community is growing vastly. I love it. So just this week, I had a 30-minute AMA session with Brent Dynama, one of the patrons, newer patrons. And yeah, that's what you get. You can ask me questions or philosophies that you have that might not come out of the videos. And there's a lot of videos, so I can imagine that if you want to look for a specific thing, it's a bit of a wade in the water. So yeah, it might be a cool thing to just get in touch with me directly. As I'm weekly on the video chats as well after this video premiere. If you're watching the premiere right now, if it's Monday, you missed it, you should join the video premiere. It's a cool thing to do. But if not, you're watching this now, in a second we're going to go into the video premiere. Did he say video premiere again? I did. Alright, so if you made it this far into the video, you, sir or ma'am, are an absolute superstar. Now, what did I tell you about the dance carousel? Nothing today, but I'm going to tell you now. The dance carousel is a cool thing. How do you collaborate with people? How do you work together? Either you sit together in a studio and you bounce ideas off of one another, which can lead to a lot of debate, discussion, or you get 4 bars of the producer that's been before you on the dance carousel. They literally just made a tune. I set the BPM. I didn't set a chord, but I set the BPM. Now, my beats went to another producer. That producer took my beats, played their music over my beats, transposed or transferred into their beats, and handed over the 4-beat loop to the next producer. And there you go, you know. It's the dance carousel. In Hollands we say Polonaise, in English you say dance carousel. Now, that's how we are going to do it, and I think we're about, what is it, 6-7 people in now, so it's almost 5 minutes is what I heard. I can talk about it, or I can show you. Noise in it. Yeah, I'm liking that. So yeah, so you want to get on board, hop on board, do join patreon.com/analogkitchen and do check it out. Now, next week there's going to be another video. Yeah, thank you for watching. You're an absolute superstar. Thank you for creating a cool place where I get to be me and we talk shop. You know, thank you very much. And I'll catch you next week on another video. Having said that, this concludes our broadcast day. I'll catch you next week. Peace. I'm out.